Things I stopped doing as a language teacher. Look, no one tells you this when you start teaching. You spend years and years learning what not to do. Here's what I learned the hard way. And I'm keeping this short and sweet because I already know that you've got enough on your plate. Number one thing I dropped as a language teacher is making participation dependent on confidence. You know, the classic teacher move. Who wants to share? Who knows the answer? And surprise, it's always the same 3 confident students. I used to think that was fine. I thought I was giving agency. But what I was really doing was rewarding confidence, not building opportunities. Vygotski's zone of proximal development reminds us that learning happens when students interact, not just when the confident ones perform. So what do I do today? I structure participation, think per share, random groupings, quick writes before discussions. And I think it's not about who's bold, it's about who's thinking. Number 2, focusing on accuracy before fluency. This one, I didn't even realize I was doing it. Correcting grammar mid-sentence, stopping students every time they stumbled. But all I was doing was teaching them to fear speaking. According to Krashen's affective filter hypothesis, anxiety blocks learning. According to the research, fluency grows when students are allowed to push their language. So what do I do now? I let them talk, and I actually let them struggle a little bit, and I correct when it matters, not when it kills the momentum. Number 3 is treating listening as a passive skill. Pressing play, answering the questions, done. That used to be my listening lesson. And then I wondered why students weren't actually getting better at listening. Now, what does research say here? We know that listening is an active process. It involves predicting, inferring, repairing, and not just sitting back. So what do I do today? I teach listening strategies like what? Predicting before listening, noticing connectors, inferring tone and purpose. You see, listening isn't passive, it's survival. Number 4 is using the same materials every class, every year. This one hurts. I had those, perfect lessons laminated, ready, but outdated. According to constructivist theory, learning sticks when it connects to students' realities. So today, I still use strong foundations, but I adapt. New examples, new contexts, new questions, because students, and of course the whole world, keep changing. Here's number 5, correcting too much too soon. I'll be honest, for the first few years of my teaching, I used to be a correction machine. Every error, every tense mistake, every missing S, sirens in my brain. But I realized students were speaking less, taking fewer risks, trusting themselves less and less. According to Black and William, effective feedback closes the gap. Now, we know that feedback works best through meaningful interactions, not interruptions. So what do I do instead? I prioritize. I listen and I offer feedback after the thought is complete, when it actually helps, not when it hurts. So those are 5 things I let go. Not because they were bad, but because my classroom and my students deserved better. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's something you stopped doing as a teacher, or something you're still trying to unlearn? Drop it in the comment section below. Let's build better classrooms together. Alright, I'm out. Short and sweet, like promised. Hit subscribe if you're into real talk about teaching. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.